Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Friend of the show, Will Morris, joining us. Will from the Kansas State Extension Office, Wildcat District, and we've got something coming up, annual event called 4-H Club Days.
Yes.
Now, as the people that are outside the 4-H community, they may be, what are you guys throwing a party? How do you describe it to them?
So 4-H Club Days is a day where youth come and they compete in different events. It can be a group or an individual. We have vocal ensembles, both group and individual. We have instrumental ensembles, both group and individual, as well as talks, demonstrations, public speaking.
Ah, that's the one I want to hit you on right there. Yeah. Okay, there's the old adage, I don't know if it holds true anymore, more people are afraid of public speaking than they are of dying. But I look at your list of kids that you have signed up, 12 and under and then 13 and over.
Yep.
You've got these kids excited about public speaking. And at that age, that can be intimidating.
Yep.
How do you get them involved and tell them this is a life skill?
So it's something we try to start very young. We'll start with, our 7-year-olds. They'll do something called a show and share.
7-year-olds?
Yep.
Wow.
So they'll do that, and that is basically like you would go into a school and you'd bring a toy, something you would talk about that they already do, and we try to teach them how to do that and then build upon that in future years. So that way they're getting more prepared and developing further skills as they get older.
And once again, if that public speaking being, and I don't want to disregard the other things, I'm going to come back to them, but that public speaking being a life skill. With your time at the Wildcat District there, and I'm sure you've had some repeat performers come back and come through, how have you seen them grow and mature as far as their public speaking?
So they've grown a lot. Youth, as they get older, they get into high school, they start getting part-time jobs and things like that. I hear a lot from local employers in the community and community leaders. They can always tell a 4-H kid because they are great at interviewing. They know how to make eye contact. They know how to hold a conversation. They're not intimidated or afraid to be able to speak up and give their opinion on things.
I think that's indicative of the great young, fine students that you've been able to bring on our show. Now, not only public speaking, but like you said, there's drama, there's music.
Yep.
How important is it that a child or young adult learn to put themselves out there in some type of performance aspect as far as how it will relate to their future success?
It's very important because, the kids are doing things and they're involved in things. And as we grow and evolve in our society, we want 4-H to do that as well. And we want to provide opportunity to shed light on skills and knowledge that doesn't always get that in everyday life.
Now, speaking of opportunities, number one, anybody can come out and watch. Is that correct?
Yep.
So when are you going to have your specific club days and where at?
Our club days will be on February 8th at Girard High School in the cafeteria, and we'll start there at 9 a.m. with our group novelty demonstrations and acts. So that's skits, dances, things like that. So they're great to come out and watch.
Opportunity number two, and I asked Will about this during the commercial break. I said, who judges these things? Well, it turns out that you and me, we can actually help 4-H by doing this. Where do you get your judges?
So it's kind of a word of mouth thing. So local teachers, volunteers, community members, those that have a knowledge or understanding of what 4-H is and what we offer and knowledge in the areas that they're judging.
And opportunity number 3, how do I get my kid involved? Because like you said, these are skills that translate into future success that they practice every single 4-H meeting.
Yeah, so you just go to our website and you get signed up through 4-H Online. It's an online process, so it's pretty easy, and then you can sign up for club days and kind of go from there.
Will Morris, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Will from the Kansas State Extension Office, Wildcat District. And once again, I have a great appreciation for everything that you're doing for club days, but the public speaking, I think that's just such a phenomenal great thing that you're doing for those kids. We got to get Will on the road because we've got some freezing rain that we're beginning to develop. Let's